New Level Cap Podcast is a show about fun, friends, game design, and all things otherwise. Your hosts are Marco DeSantos and Brad Telton of Level 99 Games. I'm Chris Solis, your producer, and without further ado, please enjoy the show.
In this corner, your host, Marco DeSantos, also known as the Mechanic Critic, and in the other corner, weighing at an indeterminate number of pounds, it's the one, the only,
Chris Solis, that's me.
And welcome to the Level Cap Podcast.
Man, this is
Are
a
you
good crowd.
hyped?
I'm hyped. I'm pumped. Let's go.
And you're pumped? Alright, so now we gotta fight, Chris. I'm gonna punch you.
Okay.
Boof.
Alright, well, I had my shield up, so I'll block
Damn.
that.
You blocked it? Oh, man, too bad my punch has really bad lag frames.
Yes, so now I'm going to get a grab in and back throw.
Oh, dang, I die. Yeah, this is a weird game where throws insta-kill you. So welcome everyone to this episode of the podcast. I asked you on the last episode if you wanted to have an EVO episode since we did a Gen Con episode last time, and lo and behold, the EVO Master is here. Hi, Chris. What's up?
Doing good, yeah. So EVO was crazy, dude. It was such a good time. It was really good for Level 99 Games, and have some crazy stories to tell you from that show.
Oh man. Okay, that's really good because this is what you're here for. Because if you came here without any stories, what good are you? Right?
That would be the worst EVO of all time.
Yeah, that'd be the worst EVO of all time. That'd be the worst podcast of all time. But that's fine. Oh my gosh. I got reminded of something. I saw a tier list for rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, dude, rock is broken. It comes out frame 0.
It comes out frame 0.
Rock comes out frame 0.
It does. But paper is tier 2 because paper, even if it has the highest startup lag, always beats rock. So
it does always beat rock, making scissors actually the worst option.
Yeah. Scissors is actually the worst option.
Because it only beats the counterplay.
It only beats the counter to the literal most OP thing ever, right? So you might as well throw the most OP thing all the time. I hate it.
They actually have rock, paper, scissors tournaments. And it's a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing. There is a meta about it, but it's not actually within the game, right? It's more about, like, Yomiing your opponent, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, oh, they played rock, so this turn they'll play scissors or something like that. But regardless, fighting games aside, we need to make a rock, paper, scissors fighting game. Oh, wait, that's just Yomi. Never mind.
Oh.
Like, here's the point.
Yeah.
Here's the point. I mean, yeah, it is rock, paper, scissors, right? Because if you play an attack against a grab in Yomi, the attack always wins, regardless of what stats the grab has.
Technically, you can boil down any fighting game to that circle. So that's the thing.
Yeah,
it's a fundamental to prevent things from being busted idea. So rock, paper, scissors is it's like that. Like, also, one step above from rock, paper, scissors is dive kick. You familiar with dive kick?
Yeah, dive kick is really good.
Yeah. It's a fighting game where you can jump, dive kick, and move back. That's it. Everyone has 1 hit point. It's amazing. So
yeah. Well, everybody has also, like, supers, right?
Yeah.
And they all have different supers and stuff. But the supers are cool because they're just like, oh yeah, this time you get to dive kick in a different angle instead.
Yeah.
Oh. And another character's super is just like, oh, your super is that you can jump extra high. Like, yeah, it's a very interesting fighting game. But fighting games aside, let's talk about why the heck we're here. Chris, who are you? People might have not listened to you be on this podcast before, so who the heck are you? What are you doing here?
All right, so I'm the producer for Exceed. I'm in charge of all Exceed stuff. I produce the games, I do the conventions for it. So yeah, that is what I do at Level 99 Games. I do Exceed, and I'm doing everything in my power to continue to grow Exceed. I'm working with Jackie to get some IPs, and we want it to be the next big thing from Level 99. We've been around for a few years. We're about to announce the very next season, and we're very close to locking in the season after that, which I think people will be very excited for. So, Exceed is growing quick, and I'm really excited.
Let's give them a hint as to what Season 4 will be. Do you want to give a hint, Chris?
Oh, there's no way I could possibly give a hint with immediately giving it away. Why don't you give a hint?
Well, like I've said multiple times, I think they'll dig it.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty awesome.
You want me to give you a hint for Season 5?
No, don't do that yet. That's not my jurisdiction.
No?
You need Jackie's approval before that.
Oh, here's my hint. It's lit, fam.
It is indeed lit. So, we went to EVO to introduce Exceed to the fighting game community. And for those of you who don't know, EVO is a fighting game championship series. It's grown to be, I think it is the biggest one in the world, if not top 3, right?
I'm pretty sure it's up there, right? Like I can't even name something like CEO, CFO. What was that called?
CEO. That's another one. But see, EVO, when it actually started at my local arcade in Sunnyvale, California. So, yeah, there's been like little EVO started off as like, hey, come here and hang out with like 16 people, and just seeing it grow and grow to finally being in the Mandalay Bay, watching my favorite games from like the deck up there with other game designers. Just like, it's just quite a journey to go from, I like this game, I want to go to a tournament in 2001, to I'm watching an actual esports thing with an arena filled with people that love this game. So the experience is phenomenal, just watching you play it that way.
Yeah. I heard Leo won EVO for Smash. So
yeah, MK Leo, dude from Mexico, won Smash Brothers with Joker. Yeah, he played phenomenally. He's ridiculously good. He came out from loser's bracket. It went to game 5. And if he lost, that would have been it. But he won, brought it back, and then won the next set clean. He's a god.
Wow.
He's so good. He just downloaded that other guy. So yeah, it's pretty phenomenal.
Can you beat Leo in Smash?
Long no. No.
Even one game, like just one stock.
I might genuinely be able to get a stock, but I can't. There's no way I could win a game. I've done those things where, I have played pro players before. So, I mean, I did go to EVO for Exceed. I also played in the tournament. I can tell you my experience in that and how I did a little after we talk about Exceed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we went to EVO, and we had an Exceed booth. And we focused with Street Fighter Exceed because, EVO. We had demos all around. And we gave out almost 1,000 demo decks.
Jeez.
Yeah, a lot of people came by and here's the demo deck, try out this cool game. We also gave them to people in line as they were registering, getting their badges. So, Exceed demo decks just everywhere. Everyone there knows what this is now.
And everyone just knows that Ryu and Ken are here.
Yeah, and then
so good.
They'll see it grow. It really caught on. After we've had a lot of demos, people sit down and then they just buy all 7 boxes. All 7 boxes being all Street Fighter and all 7 Cross. We had 7 Cross there, and we actually sold out of 7 Cross.
7th Cross before Street Fighter.
Yeah, what ended up happening was these characters are really cool. This game's really cool, but give me the harder stuff, fam. Right? And then they would want the more complex boxes. And then we have the suitcase, and we have all the characters available from Season 2 and 3 playable in there. And they'll play a Season 2 character, and they'll be like, oh my god. And then that's usually the 7-box sale. It's just funny how that works, but, 7 Cross being more complex than Street Fighter.
I mean, the thing about it is that, like you are at EVO, right?
Yeah, and they get it.
And they get it, right?
My pitch was, this is frame data the game with footsies. I'd be like, okay, I'll sit down. So,
I mean, it is frame data the game with footsies, right? The entire game is literally just footsies. There are no combos, right? So it's literally just frame data and footsies the entire time. And I think that's really cool. And you're at EVO, man. Like, the thing about it is that Street Fighter is a really good set. It's really good for people who like fighting games but aren't actually good at fighting games. You know what I mean? It's like they recognize, oh man, the audience for Street Fighter Exceed is mostly people who are like, oh, I played fighting games casually, but I'm no good at them. That's for those kinds of people. But for real quote-unquote fighting game fans, they just want to get into the complex stuff because they know all of this jank already, right? Like, the Street Fighter characters are the simplest, I think, among all the 3 seasons right now.
I don't think they're more simple than... it's close to Season 1 simple. But, I don't think so. It's more about, hey, Exceed removes dexterity from fighting games. If you're good at Exceed, there's something in there that makes you good at fighting games. Fundamentally. Knowing when to mix people up, understanding people's options, and whatnot. Like we're talking about rock, paper, scissors, coming out frame 0. That kind of information guides a thought process. And if you understand that, you can take advantage of it. So, Exceed has that. People that are going to find games have that. And people at EVO immediately understood that and really dug into the meat of the game real quick. So, of course, they went to 7th Cross real quick. And don't get me wrong, we moved a ridiculous amount of Street Fighter as well.
Yeah, I'm assuming that you sold out on 7th Cross, not so much because people bought 7th Cross more than the Street Fighter boxes, but just because you had more stock of Street Fighter than 7th Cross. You know what I mean?
That's definitely true, but I also did not expect to sell out of 7th Cross, because I expected people to be like, hey, I'm going to get the Street Fighter card game. What's this other game? Like, the amount of layers they need to go through before wanting to buy this IP, from their perspective, is actually a lot. They need to understand the game. They need to understand the depth of the game. They need to already commit to wanting more than those 12 Street Fighter characters and knowing that, right? So that's just full deep end. Like, I know I want to play this for a long time, and I was surprised at how many of those sales we got. We can usually see a few of those at Con, but honestly, probably the most at EVO. I was at a Gen Con,
it makes sense though, right? Because they kind of skip the first 3, right? Like they kind of get like, oh, it's a fighting game, what it's about, like how deep can it be? And the thing about most fighting game people is that they want their fighting game to have the most amount of characters as possible anyway, so they'll just buy everything, right? Like it seems like EVO is the best audience for that kind of thing. So good on us, I guess.
And EVO is basically a convention now. Like, yeah, it's a fighting game tournament, but like there's an artist alley. There's a vendor hall. You can buy things. There's a lot. There's actually a lot to see for it being a fighting game tournament. You know, so it was basically a fighting game convention. It really was. And there's tons of friendly setups, tons of side events. You can go there and play some random fighting games. You can go there and play friendlies indefinitely, which is awesome. And
that's awesome.
It's just like there's a lot of reasons to go, even if you don't compete. And I love that. It's just so good.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, I would want to go to EVO at some point, if fares and flights and everything weren't a big problem. But yeah, I think the experience overall would be great. I think among all of the conventions that exist, I don't really go to conventions much because I hate crowds. Just kidding. But yeah, I mean, I would go to Gen Con and EVO. Like, no questions asked, right? Like, because I would love to if it were just possible. Anyway, Chris, so that's what you guys did at EVO. So basically all you did was show off Exceed?
All day. The venue was open from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. And we exceeded the entire time. We had some volunteers.
We exceeded the time?
Yeah, we did. We had some volunteers, so we got to shift around a bit. But that was our sole purpose. Just, hey guys, Exceed exists for level 99 games and reach a fresh audience for the first time. So, first exposure. And we hope to do this again next year to continue seeing it and really get the FGC involved. There's already a few members already like Exceed. There were a few people that are like, oh man. There's some dude the dude that made the frame data sheet on the Facebook group, he was there. He said hi. So
he was there?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, that's cool. And it's just like, yeah, it's just going to continue to grow. This is the core audience. The core audience trickles down to the casual audience, and I think that's where we're really going to get Exceed to be huge.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, at the end of the day, right? Like, Exceed has that, like, okay, look, not to disparage Battlecon, right? But Exceed has that, like, easy to get into quality that Battlecon just doesn't. So it makes it really easy to get the casual players into it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so for sure.
It's significantly more accessible. It also fills in this void for table. I mean, a lot of people grew up with like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! And their short experiences between stuff. And Exceed is capable of filling that void because of its play length, right? Without it being a collectible thing. So these people show up to the venue. They're waiting for their pool match. They're waiting, or maybe they've already eliminated. Why not just play some card games while you're waiting for your family? Because why not? You know?
Yeah. It literally also only takes 15 minutes, right? So
exactly.
Yeah, an Exceed game.
It was a solid show in terms of the presence of Exceed for sure. We also gave demo decks to the entire top 8 of Smash. Because, we got to meet them when they came up from their immediately after finals. And we gave them some Exceed decks. So that's kind of nice. Fun. MK Leo has an Exceed deck, just saying.
So Leo now has an Exceed deck. Leo Exceed confirmed. We would like to announce that the next season of Exceed is indeed just MK Leo as all the fighters. So there's 12 Leos, and they're just all the same character.
Oh, yeah, the next fighter is Hungry Box versus Sonic Fox. They just kind of...
there you
go. Just put all these all these big swingers in Exceed.
Yeah, I don't know whether or not Filipino champ plays Smash, but put Filipino champ in there because I'm Filipino and we have to do that. But really, I want to hear more stories about you, Chris, personally. But let's save that for after the break. Chris, take us to the break. Like, give us a break line.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. See you after the break.
See ya. Imperial Spells and Steam is a railway building game set in a fantasy world. Expand your network, employ dozens of specialists, and explore the vast world of Endines. Pre-order Imperial now by clicking the link in the description.
Thwack.
Ah,
That's what it is.
Chris.
Thwack.
Chris. Ah,
I'm
why
gonna-
do you keep hitting me?
I'm gonna
All
thwack.
throughout the break. All you did was keep hitting me with your thwacks.
Thwacks.
Why have you done this to me? I did nothing wrong.
So, funny story about Thwack is that the new hero character from Dragon Quest for Smash has...
That's basically, like, everybody hates him now.
He's basically a Hearthstone character, aka an RG festival. And you can press down B, and you get one of 4 random moves. One of those random moves is Thwack. And it has a 1% chance of instantly killing you. That goes up based on
Perfect.
your damage.
Perfect.
Perfect. So, have you seen those memes
Perfect.
where, like, the dude that's like, what's his name? Hannibal is like, whack. And they just changed him, gave him, like, hero hair, and he's like, whack.
I hate it. I hate it so much. But yes, it has a... Yeah, I heard that Hero's been really decisive in the FGC for Smash. Like, nobody feels like they should play against him competitively, and they want to ban him from tournaments because he is literally an RNG fiesta. So
Their argument's more about the RNG. He's actually not that good. I mean, right now, people don't know how to deal with him.
yeah, exactly.
But
That's what I was saying. Like,
yeah, but it's more about that's. I disagree. He's not that good. I don't care.
yeah,
You're
I
gonna get
don't think
thwacked
he's
once,
that
but-
good.
Well,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
I think he just elicits a very negative reaction because it often feels like he either wins or loses games entirely based on how well down B goes. And yeah, it's rough.
yeah.
Anyway, Chris, we're back from the break, and thwacking aside, let's talk about some cool stories from EVO. So what you do at EVO, Chris? Like, what did you exactly do for EVO? And not even in the level of like, oh, I was a level 99 games representative. No. Give me the juicy stories. Like, I don't know, you beat MK Leo in Smash or something like that.
Okay, I got 2. The first one was about my pools match, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go play in the tournament. So I play in the Smash Ultimate. I show up. I literally haven't practiced against like a good player like in months. Whatever. I'm gonna get owned. We'll see. I might get thwacked. We'll see. But let's go play in the bracket. So I show up and I'm like, I'm gonna play Captain Falcon, who's a solid B- tier, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm playing. The first guy I'm playing is favored to get second in the pool and make it to day 2. Only 2 people get out. He is also playing Captain Falcon.
Rip mirror.
The mirror happens, and I win 2-0 with a 0 to death in the last stock.
Jeez, what?
But so it felt really good. The dude was not happy. He was not happy.
Yeah. Did you clown him? Like, did you like hit with an actual Falcon Punch in an actual competitive game?
No, but he did Falcon Punch me. He actually landed Falcon Punch against me. He didn't kill me with it though, but it was very close to killing me. But I did spike him, so that felt really good. Yeah, that was it for the set. So he went to losers, and I go to the tournament. I play a bunch of guys. Then I play against a dude named McCrat, he plays Pichu. He's really good. I'm gonna lose. I lose, right? So he's the guy favored to get first, right?
Okay.
So I get sent to losers, and I wait. I'm like, okay, I just have to. I'm at the top of losers, so if I win this next game, I get to go to day 2, and I'll be happy. Like, that's all I want, right?
Yeah,
I just
you
want
just want to get to day 2.
Right, that's all. I'm just way better than I expected to do with the amount of practice I've done. So, anyways, here comes the Falcon player. He's recovered from losers, right? So we're like, oh man, we're gonna Falcon mirror match. So the game starts, and we did an unspoken down taunt to one another in set before, like an official down taunt, and then we had a really good set. But in the end, he too owed me back.
Oh,
Yeah, but
come back.
But it was those games were so good, like so good. We were really excited about it. We talked about it, and it was really good. See, like it's just one of those things where like I had so much fun playing with that pressure against that guy. He was really friendly, but we took it seriously. in the moment, and it was fun. It doesn't really matter if people do it. It's enjoyable. That's why people keep going, even though they get whacked, right?
Yeah.
So I had a really good pool match. I left feeling very good. I really wish I won that set, but it's okay. I mean, I had a good time. So
yeah, I think that's something about like the FGC that people tend to discount, right? Where people don't realize that being in the FGC is not really about winning. It's about just having fun playing fighting games and being stupid about it, right?
Yeah, and not only that, I really think that fighting games taught me how to take L's and good sportsmanship, like, and how to learn from your mistakes. Like, it sounds ridiculous, but fundamentally, as like a kid growing up, I gained those things because of the FGC. You know?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, look, at the end of the day, people think that's absurd, but I mean, at the same time, people say that that's true for like sports ball, or like basketball, soccer, whatever, right? So if you can learn that kind of stuff from that, I mean, who's to say you can't learn it from video games, right?
Yeah, there's definitely something. There's something there to gain regarding that sportsmanship and learning from failure. So,
yeah, for sure.
So basically, what happened? We got invited by a party I cannot name because of leak reasons.
So we shall refer to this party as
we'll just call
Shigeru Miyamoto.
We'll just call it EVO. So we got invited to the Mandalay Bay like primetime venue or whatever. So Jackie and I got to go up there and hang out with like huge influencers and the dude that made Soul Calibur and like the dude that made Tekken. Like they were just there, right?
Nice,
right? There's like 20 people in this room, and the people that run EVO were there too, and we got invited. We got to hang out with them and kick it and get like the best seats in the house to see EVO Top 8. They had free food. It was open bar. And we mingled with all those people and talked about the games we make. And just had like a really good time sharing what we do and then telling us about what they do and watching this esports thing. It was just so much fun. You know, like it was pretty unreal, quite honestly. I ran into two people there that I haven't seen in a decade. Right?
Wow.
It comes up to me and they're like, "Are you Chris Solis?" I'm like, "Yes." How do I know you? Right? And stuff like that. It's just like, it was weird to see people I've met ultimately end up here and also at this party. It just makes me feel like I'm going the right direction. It makes me feel like, it makes me confident when we're doing Exceed. And it makes me love esports that much more.
Oh, you know, here's one thing that I really forgot to mention is that how was it being in the background of a Maximilian Dude video for no reason?
That's exactly it. That was taken at that party. That was at the party. I had no idea. And my friend's like, "Dude, you're in the background of this video." I'm like, "I have no idea what that is." I seriously didn't know who he was. Jackie's in it too.
How could you not have known Max? Dang, dude.
You know what's hilarious about that?
What?
I got up and used the bathroom. And then someone came and took my seat. I was like, whatever. So I sat next to him. Because I was sitting next to Jackie previously. So now there's someone sitting between Jackie and I. Right? The dude in his video, because that happened, we're positioned perfectly over his shoulders. Otherwise, one of us would have been blocked out.
Ooh.
So we're just there like laughing and like, it's almost like it's framed. It's ridiculous.
It's fate. It's fate, you know?
Yeah. So that's the only reason my friends got to see my face in that video.
That's great. But also really... So a lot of people have been going like, you know, once we should really get Max to play Exceed. And then I'm like, but Chris was in the background of a Max. We missed the chance. So we missed the chance, Chris. We missed the chance. The next time, though,
you guys should go to that YouTube video and just spam the comments. Exceed, if you heard Exceed, the dude behind you makes it.
Play Exceed. The guy behind you, he's the director for Exceed. I don't know, man. Yeah, but the thing about it is that people are saying this because Max recently got into Tekken, so they were like, you know, it's a Capcom card game thing. So if he plays that, I mean, look, it's not too big of a logical leap to make him to consider Exceed at that point. But it's fine. We're that's totally divorced from this story.
Yeah, well,
but Chris,
maybe next year. You know?
Maybe next year. Like if you see Max and I don't know, you throw an entire box of Exceed at his face for no reason, and then there you go. I mean, not literally because I think that's assault. Mm. But yeah, Chris. Cool stories aside, do you have anything you want to announce? Because that's number one. I'm assuming you're gonna say no.
I mean, when does this air?
Okay, tomorrow.
You should ask me next week, dude. Tomorrow's a little too soon.
Okay, so just say no.
I'm gonna say no.
That you don't.
Sorry, Pat.
Okay, no, but it's okay. As the producer / director, whatever, of Exceed, what are your plans for Exceed in the future? What can we expect to see from Exceed in the coming years? This is something you can talk about. You don't have to give specifics, right? What's the overall direction of Exceed?
Okay, so I'll say this. This has been taking a while because we took a hard look at the game, and we really wanted to have longevity, and we talked about every little thing over and over again to make sure this is going to be beautiful, right? So I know it's been taking a while for the season announcement, and considering the pattern of most tabletop companies, that can be very concerning. But I assure you that we're making consistent progress on this. I'll say this, feature for Exceed. We are planning to do 2 seasons a year, 16 fighters. Consistently.
Each season or total?
Each season, so 32 fighters a year. Right? And in order to maintain the schedule, we got to get to the point in the calendar, and then we're trying to get as far ahead of schedule as possible. So we really want to release regularly. I know we just got off like a long haul, but that's critical for something that we want to be retail and something that's played. What's the word? Something that can.
It's a lifestyle game.
Thank you, lifestyle game. Right. Exactly. So that's one thing. Also, through a lot of the con experience, another change we're making to Exceed are the card backs. So every character has a unique card back that's binded to them. So so it's way easier to clean up, and it's beautiful. The card backs are so cool, and they work off this big iconography. I think you guys will be very excited. We plan to show one in the newsletter this week.
Oh, that's great. Wait, like the newsletter? Yeah, okay, because by the time this thing comes out, we basically have announced the new season at that point, right? So, I mean, like, by the time the newsletter comes out, right?
When the newsletter comes out, there will be an announcement.
Yes, exactly. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Because if you show one of those card backs, it literally spoils the entire season, right?
Yeah.
So
card backs are cool. That does kill the cross tag. So we are removing that from Exceed. Fortunately, we really think it cleans up the game. We also are doing some revisions to our organized play program. You're working on that too. So I'm pretty excited for Exceed. That's all I'm going to say for now. But we really thought of all these tiny little changes. I think you guys would really appreciate.
Yeah, for the organized play thing, it's going to be very interesting because we're basically going to be revamping how it's basically for people who aren't organizers. Organized play is going to be generally feeling the same, but it's going to be like we're going to give a lot of improvements for our organizers, and hopefully that works out so that you have more reason to run Exceed events yourself. Yeah. So I think that's all the time we have for this podcast, and I don't think there's anything much else to say. Again, I would like to really apologize that we've been teasing this season reveal for so long, but trust me, it's going to be worth the wait. It's going to be exciting, and it's actually not going to be that surprising. What do you think, Chris? Do you think they're going to be surprised? I think not a lot of people will be surprised. I think they'll be happy that that's the season, but I don't think they'll be like shocked that it's the season, right? It's not like we're going to come out and go like, it's Shrek Exceed, and everybody's going to be like, what?
I don't think they're going to be shocked, but I do think that as we release more seasons in the future, people are going to continue to be more likely shocked as we keep moving forward. The next set is... actually, I really like the characters in the next set. I think the complexity hit is below 7th Cross, but above Street Fighter, and it's a really nice sweet spot.
Like you're talking about season 4, right? The one that we're basically going to be announcing like next week at this point, right?
Yeah. I'm really happy with them. I like the amount of complexity they have, and I think that their character designs, interestingly enough, led to some really interesting gameplay mechanics. So,
yes.
You'll hear about it soon.
Yeah, you'll hear about it soon, but I really like this new season because I think I can talk about this without spoiling anything, but the people who own the IP that new season is based on basically gave us free reign on making art, right?
They did, which is actually unheard of for IP holders. So
yeah, it's actually insane. So So we talked about this on an episode of Design before, but a lot of what made Season 3 Street Fighter hard to design was actually because the art was given to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if there was the problem with making an attack, like for example Sagat, making Sagat's kit is hard because all art of Sagat is him throwing tiger shots, and we can't just make an entire kit of 4 tiger shots, right? And that's what makes it hard. So when this IP holder gave us free reign to just make art, that just opened up the design gates, because anything in our imagination could be real. We just had to make the artists make the card, right?
Yeah. And one of the things is that they like our designs a lot. There are things that we've created that are going to be canon in their universe. That's crazy.
That's crazy. So we'll talk more about this later on. I'll probably have Chris on for another episode when we make the announcement, and we're probably going to release some sort of hype video for it. Just wait. We promise it's going to be worth the wait. And even if you're not particularly excited by the IP, trust me, the characters, the mechanics are all so good. Some of my favorite Exceed characters of all time are in this set. So hopefully you all like that, and hopefully you enjoyed listening to this episode of the New Level Cap Podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please put them in the comments section down below. As usual, that's been me, your host, Marco DeSantos, also known as Mechanic Critic, and with me is my amazing guest co-host,
Chris Solis, also known as GC Fox.
Oh, adding your username at the end, huh? Copycat.
Oh yeah, can I self-plug? You guys should watch me live stream on Facebook on Tuesdays. Just saying.
Yeah, sure. It's Chris and Damon plays, or Damon and Chris plays. I forget.
Yeah, Chris and Damon Superstar Saga. We play video games, so that's it.
Yeah, well, mostly Smash.
Mainly.
Stop pretending you play other video games, okay?
That's true.
It's mostly Smash. All right. So hope you follow. Give Chris a follow, and you know what? Give me a follow by subscribing to this podcast and sharing it with a friend. Or if you hate this podcast, share it with an enemy. So.
Sorry, that's funny. What? That's funny.
I mean, it's true. All right, so thank you so much for listening, and don't forget your Switch style, and thank you, World of Indians. Thank you, and good night.
Happy gaming.
The New Level Cap Podcast is produced by Level 99 Games. Join us next Wednesday for more design talk and shenanigans. Thank you for listening.